Hello, my friends. I'm Lisa Arana, and I'm so excited you stopped to join me for today's video. Check out all these colorful butterflies and how they just seem to flutter off the page. I'm getting inky with this pretty butterfly stamp set from Unity Stamp Company and creating a card with a fun mixed media vibe. I stamped the 3 butterflies and sentiment from the Paper Wings stamp set from Unity Stamp Company on some Nina Solar White cardstock. And then I just die cut the sentiment down with the scalloped and stitched sentiment dies, and then another piece of cardstock with the scalloped and rectangles dies. I love these. They match perfectly and I use them over and over again. Next, we're going to do some ink smushing. I have some picked raspberry for my background color and added some water, and I'm just going to pick that up with a piece of transparency. You can use packaging or anything that will pick up that ink. I like a transparency because I can see where it's on my page and I can see it move underneath that transparency as well. I can pick up little bits and dot them here and there, and I can have a little bit more control over the size of that splatter. Yes, I do want it to be kind of random because that's the fun of mixed media looks and that watercolor look, but it gives me just a little bit more control. Once I was done creating my background, I'm just going to tap those butterflies into my leftover ink, just a way to add to that mixed media vibe that we're creating and then use up that leftover ink. Once that background was dry, I'm adding some splatters using the black soot ink spray just to add a hint of black to that background. Next, we're going to add some color to these butterflies. What's fun is the Copic markers kind of layer over that ink that we splotted down before. And so it really adds to that mixed media look, but really pops up the color on those butterflies. I'm using some light colors that will kind of shine, allow that ink to shine through, but also adds a little bit more design and interest to our butterflies as well. And I'm just doing some real simple coloring, lots of stroke marks, and kind of going and filling in the lines of the design on the butterflies as well. Just varying up a couple pinks and a couple purples that matched the colors of distress markers that I used. I'll have the list of all the colors that I used in my blog post. You can find that in the link of or in the description of this video. That way you can use the same colors if you have them and if you're inspired by them. So just finishing up the coloring here with the butterflies, just kind of layering and blending everything. Again, I don't want to get too heavy-handed or else I'll lose the look of those ink smushed blots behind it. Last, I'm going to add some white gel pen accents to the butterflies. You can do dots, lines, kind of fill in the spaces that are on the design of the butterflies. I added little hearts. So just have fun, play around. Just kind of, again, adds another layer of dimension to these stamps and just kind of brightens things up. So it's kind of fun and it's just fun to do. So here we are, all finished up. It's time to grab our scissors and fussy cut these butterflies out. This is not my usual style, but I am cutting on the black line. I want them to be nice and clean, and I'm cutting slowly and twisting that paper so I get a nice clean edge. I'm gonna snip off those antennae. I don't know if I snip those off, do these turn into moths or are they still butterflies? You tell me below. I'm sticking with butterflies, but a pretty moth would not be a bad thing. And then once I was done fussy cutting, I ran a black marker around the edge. This really hides the white edge and kind of finishes off the black line of the stamp. So it's a really pretty effect that's simple to do and just kind of cleans everything up in the end. And here's a look at some other colors I did. I did one in red, and I used the same method for these. And then I did another set in blue. And I think they're all really pretty, but I would love to know which one is your favorite. To layer everything up, I grabbed some foam adhesive, and I'm just going to put that behind the back of my ink smushed background. The foam adhesive is great because it's going to help flatten that out. We use cardstock and water, so it does tend to warp a little bit, and by having a nice flat background of foam adhesive, it'll help keep that nice and smooth so we don't see as many buckles and warping from the cardstock. Just going to put that right in the center of some matching pink cardstock for my background piece. Add some more foam adhesive to the back of the sentiment, and we're just going to pop that down right in, kind of off to the side here. And then we're going to fill in with all our fluttering butterflies. Now, to make these kind of fly and flutter off the page, we're just going to add foam adhesive to the center of the butterfly, just to the body part. And then when we apply those to the paper, lift those wings up and bend them towards each other. And it just looks like they're flying. It's a great way to add some dimension to your card, and it'll go through the mail just fine. I wasn't happy with that butterfly at the bottom, so at the last minute I moved him over, kind of balance out the design a little bit more. There, that makes me happier. And here's a final look at the 3 cards in the pink and the red and the blue. I just really love the mixed media feel and how easy these cards were to do. I'll have all the supplies linked in the description of this video and on my Dahlhouse Designs YouTube channel and blog. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to like and subscribe to catch all my future videos. And it really helps my little channel grow if you leave a sweet comment too. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!